It's going to be an example of code that you can use in order to select one sheet out of your spreadsheet and create a PDF of that sheet. So this is the example of the one sheet that was created. So it's a PDF file that is going to contain the information from the sheet. And if you want to get the entire spreadsheet, I'll also show you how to do that as well, where we create it into a blob and create a file out of the blob object. So that's where we're going to convert a Google Sheet. So I do have a Google Sheet here, and we're going to select that sheet. So selecting the sheet by its ID. So that's the ID of the sheet that we want to select. And we're going to need that in order to convert it. So it's going to convert sheet and give it a function name. So the ID is going to be whatever we've got for the sheet ID that we can reference. And then let's select the sheet that we want to convert into a PDF. So using the spreadsheet app, we want to open by ID. That's where we use the ID of the sheet. So next we want to select all of the sheets. So it's going to return back an array of the sheets. So we've got the spreadsheet object, and then we use the getSheets method in order to return back their sheets. So all of the sheets that are going to be within the spreadsheet, they're going to be returned back. In this particular sheet, we've got 3 of them. So if we were to get a blob of the spreadsheet, it's going to create a blob of the entire spreadsheet. And I'll just show you how that works, and then we're going to get the individual sheet. So going through, and all of the visible sheets, it's going to create the blob from. So using the blob, and within the sheet, we can get a blob of the sheet. And it's going to get the blob, and then if we want to get it as a PDF, we can do a get as PDF. So we just have to specify the type within a string. So this is going to be application /PDF. So this will allow us to get the sheet as the entire spreadsheet as PDF. And then let's do a setName, and we'll just do a test PDF file just to make sure that it is working. And using the DriveApp service, this is where we can create a file using a blob. So this will create a file from a blob. So let's run the code and see what we get created. So for test, it's created a PDF of all of the sheet data. So in this case, we want to only have a particular sheet, and this is going to be whatever the visible sheet contents are. So this is where we can take the sheets array. And first, let's specify the name of the sheet. So the sheet name, and the sheet name is going to be the one that we want to create into the PDF. And in this case, it's going to be quotes. So we're going to take only the quotes sheet. And that means that we need to loop through all of the sheets and hide the existing sheets. So return it back as a sheet variable. And then to check to see if the sheet, and let's get the name of the sheet. So get name, and if it's not equal to whatever the sheet name is that we're looking for, so in this case quotes, then that means that we are okay to take the sheet and hide the sheet. So this will hide the sheet, and then what we want to do is we're going to show the sheets, and then here is where we can create the blob. We'll set it the name of the blob, and I'll use the template literals. So using whatever we've got for the sheet name, and you can of course set whatever sheet name makes sense, give it the extension of PDF. So let's run this code. And now let's go back out into the drive. So it's just created the one sheet with quotes, but when we go back in here, the other sheets are now hidden. So we don't want that, and we want to run through the loop here. Same as we did to hide the sheets, and instead of hiding the sheets, we need to show the sheet object. So that will reset the sheet. Instead of having them all as hidden sheets, it will once again show the sheets. So that way it's not going to interfere with what's contained within the spreadsheet, and it will still produce the quotes PDF.